Well, hello there. I hope today is a good day for you. And we are looking at the next verses in Hebrews 13, dealing with a topic we find very difficult to talk about in church. At least historically, it's been quite difficult. It's verses 5 and 6 of chapter 13. Keep your life free from the love of money and be content with what you have. For he has said, that is, God has said, or he has said, Jesus, I will never fail you nor forsake you. Hence we can confidently say, the Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. What can man do to me? Actually, the quote, I will never fail you nor forsake you, I think is from Deuteronomy 31. Just look it up, Deuteronomy 31, verse 6. Down the page. 31, verse 6. Be strong and of good courage. Do not fear or be in dread of them, for it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not fail you nor forsake you. So God himself said that to Moses and to Joshua and to the people of Israel. And Jesus said to his own disciples, I will never leave you nor forsake you. We have that promise. And because we have that promise that God will never fail you nor forsake you, that we can be content with what we have. I wonder what measure of contentment you have in your life at the moment. Are you content with what you have? Or do you long for more money to spend on yourself? It's an interesting question, isn't it? If you want more money, what do you want it for? The New Testament quite clearly says that if we want more money, we should want it so that we can spend it for the kingdom, not so that we can spend it on ourselves. God will prosper us. He will give us everything we need, and what is to spare we need to use for the kingdom. And that's not saying that we shouldn't have a little nest egg in the bank to help in time of need. In the Old Testament, it's quite clear that that God would bless the storehouse, bless the place where the reserves were kept against a difficult day. But keep your life free from the love of money. Be content with what you have. That's a very interesting challenge. Are you always wanting more? I wonder if you've reached the stage where when your loved ones say to you, what would you like for Christmas? You say, I've got everything I need. I really don't know what I want for Christmas because I've got everything. Is that where you are? Is that how you feel about things? That actually you're so blessed. I mean, we are so blessed in this country. We are so blessed. We don't have to pay for our health care, except prescriptions perhaps. But we don't have to pay to see a doctor. We don't have to pay for an operation. If we were taken seriously ill and we had to be on a ventilator like some poor souls have had to be during this COVID, their families have not had to pay every last penny for the treatment and equipment that has been used to save their lives. We don't have to pay. We are so blessed. Those of us who've reached a retirement age, we get a steady income. It's not plush, but it's a steady income. We have enough to live on. God has blessed us in this country so much. Blessed us. And his promise, and this was written to people who did not have a welfare state, who did not have a government that provided for them. And yet the writer still says this. This is God saying, where does your provision come from? Can you trust God to provide for you what you need? Can you trust him? Or are you always after more than you have? Keep your life free from the love of money. Be content with what you have. As a challenge to us. How contented are you? What is the level of your contentment? Or did you wake up every morning thinking, I must do some extra hours today because I need more money? Are you content with what you have? You know, contentment, not striving for more all the time. Contentment is a wonderful place to be content, trusting God to provide. Where you're short, trusting God to provide, because that is living by faith. If you've always got plenty and to spare, you don't have to live by faith. But if you haven't got plenty to spare, and you're a bit short, that's where faith comes in, where you say, Lord, I wait for you, because you've promised you will not fail me nor forsake me. We can confidently say, the Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. What can man do to me? That's our confidence. We can confidently say, the Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. What can man do to me? With the Lord helping us, well, we don't need anything else. We really, really don't need anything else. So this is our challenge for today, our thought for today, is how content are we? How confident are we of God's provision? Can you look back on your life, on the events of your life, and see how God has always provided? Always provided. Often, it's at the last minute. His timing is absolutely perfect. At the point when you need it, he provides. He may not provide in plenty of time. If he provides in plenty of time, you don't have to live by faith. You can live by sight, because you can see that it's arrived. But if it doesn't arrive until the moment you need it, your faith has to be exercised, and you have to say, when you're short, doesn't matter that I'm short, I know God is going to provide. It's not a problem. I'm standing in faith that he has promised he will provide. He's promised, I will never fail you, nor forsake you. Do you believe his promise? There's a challenge. Oh, I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.